What's going on, y'all? Random Thoughts here. And I wanted to go ahead and share a page that I found a couple of days ago from Dropbox Engineering. And this is their career framework. So the high level is that this is their suggestions on growth in your engineering career. And this includes management as well, which I thought was kind of interesting. So one of the main takeaways that I would say is that there are way too many variables involved with career growth. But what I do enjoy is that if you click into a particular role, so mine right now, for example, is SRE, it will list some of the technical details. So, what they expect, their expectations. So systems fluency, code fluency. And I thought this was interesting enough to share because some of the comments that I receive on this YouTube channel ask these questions, right? So they're like, what for this kind of role, like where should I be in this kind of role? What to expect and that kind of thing. And it's interesting because I don't really see this level of transparency across other organizations. Like oftentimes, if you're doing like a comparison or something, if you're applying to a role, you'll maybe potentially look at some of their employees, and then if they're even on LinkedIn, like you can compare, skill sets potentially. So that's a possibility, right? Or you can refer to Dropbox Engineering's career framework, and take a look at some of the roles, and then get an understanding of some of the technical requirements that they expect. And another thing to take away from this is that titles obviously vary between organizations, and I think even more so at enterprise companies, because you see a whole lot going on here. You see IC1, IC2, IC3, and from my background, because I'm not coming from larger organizations or enterprises, so I was not really familiar with IC. So it's individual contributor, and individual contributor is exactly how it sounds. It's someone who contributes to a code base or a particular engineering initiative, and that can include QA as well. So they have IC listed here as well. And I guess if you go down here in engineering manager, they have like M3, M4, M5. So anyways, very, very interesting. So another thing to take away is because titles don't match, this could also mean a lot of these really don't transfer over to smaller organizations. Based on my experience, I've seen a lot of small organizations take titles and roles from large organizations, hence SRE. Even at smaller companies, you see that role popping up now over the past couple of years. And it could be called other things at other companies too, but I have noticed a lot of small organizations taking the SRE role, and whether they apply it properly or not, that's an entirely different conversation. But yeah, so kind of interesting. You can see IC1, IC2, IC3, and then I guess IC7, so senior principal reliability engineer. So that's quite amazing. I'm sure there's a very, very large amount of going on here as to what they expect. And then I guess anything beyond that, you'd probably become a computer. You are the computer is IC. So that's something interesting for reliability engineering there. But yeah, I mean, give this a shot. Check this out. If you're, regardless if you're like, reliability engineer or not, check it out for software engineering, check it out for QA, machine learning, security engineering, TPM, and then engineering manager. So super interesting, really, really cool of Dropbox to do something like this. I would personally, and I'm going to check it out as a reference for just like technical requirements, because I think that's pretty interesting. So yeah, give it a shot. Check it out. I'll leave the URL in the description. Let me know in the comments if this has helped. And that's about it. All right, take care, everyone.